everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your weekly reading. This will be for the sign of Leo. Leo, this reading is going to span the period approximately between the 14th to the 20th of June. I want to say a big thank you for all of your support on my channel, and if the readings resonate, please help the channel out by giving me a thumbs up. If you are interested in doing any of the classes with us or joining our G's group, donating or personal readings, everything is below in the box. Just let me know if you want to be included, or you can email me if you're unsure about classes or timing. Okay, remember these readings are only general. They do not resonate with everybody all of the time. So make sure you check out other aspects of your natal chart. Beautiful. Leo, looks like you're coming to the end of some sort of cycle here. When we see the world, it means very often that, you know, we've finished or we've accomplished all the lessons we needed to go through in this time. So you're about to close something out. Generally, when something's coming to a close, it can feel like it's very slow moving. The energy's not really going anywhere. And we sort of have to be patient because it's like the universe is sort of, I don't know, tying up the loose ends before they move us on. I do have the Knight of Cups coming through here. So there could be a closing of some sort of offer here from someone. Someone could be offering you something, but perhaps you're not in the place at the moment to accept the offer. Could be a Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio. You have someone here who's feeling very passionate about you though, but you're ready to put down, okay, this is really interesting. I feel like you're either coming to a time where you're not taking offers. I feel that you're closing something out here. It may be that you have two people here vying for your attention, but you're not in the place to do anything about that at the moment. You seem to be coming to terms with some sort of energy here. I'm just wondering with the Queen of Swords. You may have come out of a relationship that perhaps was a little toxic. You might be moving on from someone here and closing something down because you're not, it's like you don't want to open opportunities up at the moment. You're not really interested in having other relationships, but it strongly feels like you've got somebody vying for your attention here. Okay, let's keep going with this reading. All right, again, okay, so Ten of Swords, end of a cycle, end of negativity. I feel like you've come out of something that you are really winding up here. Something pretty potent. Okay, so we have the Page of Cups coming through. You turned your back on something here. I feel like you're having a brand new start. You may have come out of something that has been quite toxic, but it's like you're starting all over again here. So it could be that you are feeling like a fish out of water here. I feel that you are trying to find your bearings, but it's very new for you. So it's like you are trying to find your way after coming out of a very long-term relationship or a very damaging or difficult time. Definitely. And there you are. See, you're coming up as the King of Wands, and I think, oh boy, have a look at this King of Wands looking at this page. It's like inside, you know who you are here. You know you're the King of Wands, right? Look at them looking at each other. It's like, I know this is who I am, but at the moment, I just feel like a young kid, like I'm starting out. I feel really raw. I feel very naive because this is probably the first time I've ventured out into the world for a very long time. But there's something very, it's almost difficult to understand. It's like you come up as being a full-grown adult, but yet inside you're feeling like a sort of frightened little child here. Okay, so we do have the Magician coming out here. So the universe is saying you do have everything you need to move forward. Even if at the moment you feel very new at this or very something you're starting out with here, something after a period of perhaps being, it's almost like you've been oppressed. So you could have come out of a very difficult relationship, but it could just be a time where perhaps you're coming back out into the world after a period of something that's held you back. I guess people can relate to it in the way they know. Okay, so we have three of Cups here. The King of Cups coming through. And 3 of Wands. So I see you looking out towards the future, and I see you now trying to regain some sense of self again, some control over your emotions. So it may have been an extremely emotional time for you. I feel that has been the most difficult thing, is learning to cope with emotions perhaps you've never had to cope with before. There is some sort of celebration though, so I feel like whatever you've walked away from here has been a good thing. I feel that you are going to, over the next few months, really understand your personal power here with the Magician, because it's like you're waiting for your future now. So you let go of something here, but it's not a bad thing, even though it may feel overwhelming and sad at the moment. This is something that's going to bring in much change for you. Okay, we have another Knight. So there seems to be a lot of action, a lot of moving forward in terms, wow. And then you have the Tower. Okay, let's draw the last card. All right, so we have the 4 of Cups. I feel like for some of you here, you may be going through a very sort of dark spell here, dark night of the soul. I feel that you're discarding a lot of yourself that you no longer need, but I also feel that you've come out of some sort of situation or long-term situation where you've maybe lost sight of yourself, or you maybe have lost yourself in that energy. Sometimes we just get swept up in things that are happening, and you may have learned to adjust to certain things thinking that was the best thing for you to do, but there's this great sense here that you've lost who you are and you've got to find your way back to the path again. But that's okay. You're willing to accept that it's feeling new, and you're feeling like you perhaps are embarking on something very adventurous here. So you're seeing it as a journey. There's also the feeling here that you have to change some things about yourself. You've realized some sort of truth about yourself. And I feel that's why you're going into a healing now. You're not really opening up to people, opportunities, situations like you normally would. So we have this beautiful fiery energy, which is your natural energy, but you're sort of coming through at the moment as quite timid and guarded by this whatever's going on for you. Because the Tower and the 4 of Cups is here, it's sort of like you are not wanting to sort of perhaps socialize at the moment. You may be taking yourself outside the world, trying to sort of go deep inside. Now, for some of you here, I have to say it could be you've left a relationship because your partner was not being truthful with you, may have been cheating on you, or you may have caught this person out. Because I feel that although, you know, this has happened, there's this great feeling that you have to move on, but you've accepted that. So you're very clear about moving on and what you want. But there's also this lingering thing here that you have to deal with other things around this that perhaps you weren't ready to deal with. And this is why I feel you've sort of learned some sort of truth here, and it's breaking down a lot of the stuff that perhaps you believed. So you could have been a person who was quite traditional, who really believed that, you know, marriage was forever. You may have invested yourself in a relationship that may have become quite toxic. But I feel like it's very possible that the other person could have strayed from the path here, because you're changing your views here. You're seeing things very differently. So it could be that you're starting to understand that perhaps some of the things you believed about relationships and ways of being perhaps were not as they seem, let's say. Now, I don't know that I did went back over the front reading either. All right, so I see you closing out a cycle. I strongly feel like this is in regards to a relationship. I do think you have people around you who are trying to move you forward, trying to give you offers, trying to get you to come back into the world. But I feel like at the moment you're feeling the weight of this, and you're working with a lot of this toxic energy, trying to clear it from yourself. You will achieve balance here for sure. So you are moving into better times, but there's something here has knocked you sideways. Let's say that. Okay, so I have a card from the Oracle deck, number 56. And it's called Dance of the Planets, but I'm only going to read you the Oracle part of that. So the Oracle brings a message here. Pray that planetary forces funnel blessings of grace and unconditional love, mercy, and joy to you now, that their movements through your life may happen in such a way that you can make the most of it. These are the times where big shifts are possible, supported by cosmic movement. So pray for grace and then enjoy the ride. So I think that you're getting a lot of help from the spiritual realm here, trying to guide you back to your path. Now you also have the card of the Temple coming out, which is card 59. So let's just have a look at what that's about. The Oracle brings guidance to take time out to smell the flowers. Savor the pleasures of life and renew your connection to the inner lover. Your sensuality wants to come out and play. You're encouraged to explore scent, touch, taste and feeling. You're encouraged to play with colour. What moves you? What brings you into connection with yourself in this moment again? It is the wholeness of divine self-connection in sacred space that will best nourish you now. So what I want to say to you, this is saying to you, you need to really focus on yourself. I think it's the whole, your body is a temple here. So be kind to yourself. Give it the love and attention it needs during this time, because I feel like you're going through what I feel is some sort of dark night of the soul here. Inner healing, understanding, and understanding your own truth. So be kind to yourself. Thank you.